Okay. Hello everyone, it's showtime. Welcome to the Fire Charm Circus. As we're going to the Just Chatting stream, welcome to the stream. Let me mute the game stream on the Just Chatting. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream with my lovely friends here, who are collabing with me in this wonderful adventure. Let me introduce them. Kootooloo. Ray, how are you? Ray? Ah, okay. Muted. Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay.
Am I strange? I don't know, sorry.
No, it's okay, you sound
fine.
great.
Okay, because
Anyway.
I have a microphone today.
Ah,
I know,
do.
I noticed. I'm so happy for you.
yeah.
It sounds
I think
Still not
I
my
think
best
I
microphone,
think I might
but
need
it's
to
a microphone.
yeah. I think I might need to ask Koots to do the introduction again because I accidentally muted that audio on my
Oh, well.
OBS.
That's fine. I'm Kootooloo. You can just call me Koo. I'm your resident crayon boy.
Okay. Then we have Momo.
Hello, I'm your demon princess. Welcome.
Fellow demon. And then we have Kootooloo.
Hello everybody, I'm Kootooloo forever, just Kuru. Nice to meet you.
I'm not a professional. I'm scoffing everything.
Fine.
But thanks for joining. We're
love
doing
scoff.
fine. I know. I'm just as uncertain about everything I'm doing as Naruhodo is just with his first attorney job.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think we need to actually wait on everything and such and just jump into the game, I suppose.
Can I introduce myself too?
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry, Ray.
I was waiting you to
Oh, yeah,
call
true.
me.
Well, I did call you earlier, and then you had your mic
You-
thing, and then
You don't deserve it. You
Aw.
lost your chance. I'm sorry.
no. There you go. Ray,
Hello.
Ray, go ahead.
Yes. Hello everybody. I am Raphael, but a lot of people love to call me Ray because it's shorter. I am the angel guardian of time, and I'm trying to do my work. Nice to meet you.
Yes. And those are everyone that I'm collabing with. I should probably introduce myself as well. I'm Hina Fire Charmer, usually a ringmaster and magician in my own circus. Now in detective clothes because we're doing this game. So let's jump into it, I suppose.
Thank you for following. Oh my gosh. Why didn't I get the alert for that?
Let's
So
see.
weird.
Is my game popping up? Let me see. Oh, it's not capturing the right name. There we go. There we go.
Everything on my bed. Yes, I don't use a desk.
Okay. So, is everyone ready to start this third part of the first episode?
The
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It will be most likely the final part for this first episode, so let's get this started. There we go. 22nd of November, 1:14 p.m. Maybe we should have recapped, but yeah, we got.
This time will be Momo.
Oh yeah,
my character.
Yeah,
it's your court
I did
now.
him last time because you weren't here.
How
Yeah,
dare
true.
you? You stole
And-
my character.
Yes.
We had to replace you somehow.
It was very hard to do.
Mm.
I was dying.
Well, I understand you're the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my car?
Oh god, I forgot.
A judicial assistant and a woman, no less.
Yep,
Wow.
that's pretty much the voice you gave him.
Racist
rules
and
state
misogynist.
That females are not permitted to enter the court of law other than to testify. Oh my god.
Well, it was the late 1600s, right? For the,
know,
the,
but
the
I'm
start of 1600s. Like, how
Strange.
times changed. Anyway, Ray, you're finally have lines.
This name. Yeah, finally, I am a girl, finally. It was that very arduous time because I only had the judge and the policeman.
Yeah,
And
true.
they
Yeah,
were
it's
very
true.
deep and that was time.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yes, I fully understand. Ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
Oh, ha! You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded. I hate him. I hate him so much. I hate him.
Fine. So a moment more. I forgot to do the voice. Oops.
That's okay.
But, Your Excellency,
I am most grateful.
Who exactly are you?
Sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now.
What is this? A report about something? Written in English.
It's Giselle's breath research.
Huh? The English woman's?
After the trial resumed earlier, I read back to the university. I went to Dr. Watson's laboratory in the medical faculty and perused this paper.
Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she?
So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
I'm afraid I don't know. I won't be able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself, right?
Proceedings.
Proceedings, thank you.
Oh. No, of course not.
Special characteristics of... What the fuck is that word? Curer?
Curer?
Curer? And it's...
Rare?
I'm gonna look this up. Wait a minute. What the fuck is that word? What does it even mean?
Well, it is the late the start of 1600, so I mean...
It means a
like,
bitter resinous substance obtained from the bark and stems of South American plants. It paralyzes the motor nerves and is traditionally used by some Indian peoples to poison their arrows and blowpipe.
Oh, it's
Darts.
like poison.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that the poison?
Special characteristics of curer.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, it is curer. That's what it's called.
Okay.
So I did get it right. Of curer and its effects on human subjects. Interesting.
Curer? What's that?
Okay.
I've never heard of that
Can I
word
explain
before.
it? Good.
What's that?
time's up. The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
Okay, Ray.
Hey.
Oh, it's me, sorry. I'm stupid. There was still a little time for me to read it in detail. But I summarized it what I could on a note inside the cover. If you think it can be valuable, please cast your eyes over it. Your eye. The only one.
This is wonderful. Thank you. Giselle's report has been entered to the court record.
Again, and good luck.
Do you want to take a peek on the court record?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay.
You had long enough, Consul. We cannot detain our English guest any longer.
Okay, before we continue,
Yeah.
here's the report. Synthesis. A poison
maybe-
made... Well, you can
Maybe I should-
read it as well.
This is a lot of big words.
Sure.
It's gonna be hard. All right. A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Effects: instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. Route of entry: the above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Due to its inability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result of the full-body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation.
No, absolutely, I don't
So-
know.
What that means is... Because if he didn't scream out, he was probably paralyzed first, and then the bullet killed him.
I think that means that in the human body, you won't be paralyzed, but it will be like a painkiller. So that's why it was burning. You didn't notice the burning.
Hmm.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Huh. You have a
I
good
think
point.
That's it, but I don't know.
Okay.
Because it says that the humans won't be paralyzed like the animals, but if you don't notice the poison, you will die for suffocation anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's it.
I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
I presume we do now.
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency.
Oh, sorry.
Kazuma?
Inosuke, we're out of options here.
That's okay, Absol. Thanks for joining anyway.
There you go. This really is our very last chance.
Yes, I know. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence.
Hello. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior.
Okay.
Well, Miss Brett?
Yes, Your Excellency?
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer?
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time.
She's been
Forgive
calm.
me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order.
I like
No,
the
because
judge.
in the Japanese
Yeah, the
language,
judge is nice.
Well, the judge is about justice and everything, not about the
know,
freaking
but
political
like,
side of the thing of this
first
whole
Yeah,
case.
it's not
He
like
is very
the-
much like a senile old man, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Here
is
he's
so
like
annoying.
actually like pretty commanding and like intimidating.
Yeah.
I like the change because of the time, you know.
Yeah.
I've said it many times
face
before,
is-
but
face is the same, but yeah, the personality is not the same.
yeah. The Japanese language makes no sense.
Yeah, I think it's because of the Japanese language. Because often Japanese people will tell you, "Oh, would you like to do that?" But it's actually an order. It's a bit strange.
Yeah. Somewhat.
Yeah.
It's not polite to be
question.
direct.
Yeah, it's not polite to be direct, and so they make a question, but it's not a question actually.
Yeah.
My apologies, my dear lady. My lady, I was saying no.
Oh,
My dear lady. Uh-huh.
my
So,
fair lady.
Consul, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention?
I love how they are
Presented the
giving you.
university collar pin. It is this.
I love how they're giving you a penalty if you present the wrong thing. All the well, how can you not? How can you
So
present the wrong
difficult.
thing?
Yes.
Miss Giselle Brett. We understand you were studying under Dr. Watson at UMA University during doing research. Research by sheer coincidence, perhaps, into a deadly poison?
Is it deadly laser? Sorry. Just came into my mind. What?
Poison? Where are you going with this console?
A toxic known as curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death. What complete and utter nonsense! Curare, you say? I've never even heard of it. That's the whole reason why they couldn't find it, dude.
Yeah, they specifically told, they specifically said in the previous session of ours that they tested it on all known poisons in Japan. So I mean,
like if it needed research, it probably wasn't fucking known. Anyway, I'm not gonna say it how the line says it on here because that does not really make sense grammatically. So I'll just say you wouldn't have. What do you mean? I mean that you wouldn't have heard of curare before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country.
Oh, it's me.
yeah.
I forgot about him.
You got so many voices this time. Ooh.
Yeah. It doesn't exist.
Correct. Which means, no matter what task the police can do for the toxins, they never identified curare. Why? Because there is no test available here in, that can identify the presence of a highly deadly, this highly deadly poison.
What?
Order! Constable, does this deadly poison truly exist?
According to the report authored by the visiting research student from England, curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? The report states that it is produced from an extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. I love how Rinosuke is like...
He's looking at the notes. He's looking at the notes. I mean...
And it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett? Oh, even, Hosanaga's like...
Trumpery. These aspirations are utter trumpery. To start with, if the victim had been administered some of the so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed.
Well, that's easy to disprove.
Well, yeah, you're getting paralyzed by the poison, so you can't.
True. What do you say to that, Inspector?
Obviously, how to pronounce that? Obviously.
Obviously.
I have not said a disturbance like that. Today I can speak.
I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain.
According to this, however, it's the other way around.
What do you mean, the other way around?
The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used. Whoa. Sorry, the cats outside my door
Explain.
just like screamed at each other.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Explain yourself. Explain yourself, console.
The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all.
How terrible.
Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Watson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed.
But I don't follow Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death.
Full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail.
Respiration?
In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move.
That's hideous.
Indeed it is.
To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison.
And our court falls silent.
Yeah.
And you're suggesting that this bottle, console, actually contains this terrifying poison?
This is all very convenient, isn't it? A hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense.
If I may.
All these look,
Shut up! It is you who must be taught.
of course. Dear lady. Sip, 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 sip.
Again.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
What?
You steal another's honest artwork and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act.
Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime. That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Enough of this. I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules.
Wow. What's so funny?
Excuse me, Your Excellency.
Miss Brett?
May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
What are you gonna do? Smash it?
You want to drink it? You want to drink from it,
Oh.
maybe? Just the antidote? Like, antidote? I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, okay.
Oh, he holds it.
Where'd the cap come from?
That used up all the water in it, didn't it?
She probably already had in the glass that she took from the crime scene.
Maybe.
That's what I'm guessing.
Or maybe it's a new glass. We don't know.
She just carried the glass.
Yeah, I was saying that it was in the glass. That's why
Oh,
she
yeah,
took
yeah.
it from the crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys.
Sorry.
To an English woman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and this foolish courtroom antics. It's laughable, really.
Hmm?
But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers. Drank.
Wait! What exactly are you doing? I know he didn't say that, but it's the same point. But
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for the shabby affair.
What if she just dropped dead, though?
we wish, right? I mean,
She's like, oh shit, maybe it wasn't there.
Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
So, no curare. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, it's the simple truth.
I like that new pose.
Yeah. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett.
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, dear lady, we are most gratified with all the assistance you have given. This pause.
This
Same.
doesn't make sense. There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how did she... How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? What if the sparkle was what activated it?
interesting
Don't
theory.
understand it.
I was thinking that they could ask her to drink directly from the
Oh
bottle.
yeah, well like, it was also like, if more likely probably in the glass, but like, if it was in the bottle, it probably would have had to been activated by the carbonation or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe it was in the glass.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there? There can't have been, because otherwise she would have kneeled over dead. Come on, Ryosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water. What would you
Yes,
say?
Poison.
That's it.
I think contains no poison, but it's the glass.
The culprit did put curare poison into Dr. Watson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position.
You're serious? Fool, are you blind? There is no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw...
Miss Brett drinking the water from it.
That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think.
And I believe that complication can be explained.
How exactly?
I need to think through all of the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be.
I feel like the options they give for that sort of a thing really fuck you up a little. Because if you're thinking too far, then you'll say, oh, there's no poison. And that's obviously the wrong way to go.
Yeah.
Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim, then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume the supposedly poisoned water unscathed? I think.
Unscathed.
Yeah, the picture of
Unscathed. Okay.
Okay, let's see. Let's go over the details again. What is the what is the effect? Instant paralysis. I'm immediately dose. Route of entry is when it enters Buddha's through a wound.
Through a wound.
Yeah, the wound. Yeah.
So-
it has to be by blood. Oh.
But if it's ingested, that's the same as...
Is it?
Well,
because
not necessarily, right? If the poison would be burned by the stomach acids of your of the stomach, then it wouldn't be
Yeah, but you
effective,
have to realize
right?
it goes in your mouth, and it goes down your throat,
Yeah.
and it probably coats the inside of your... Like,
Well,
I think they
still
mean by
anyway.
blood. That's why she didn't get affected.
I think it is
Like
by
it's-
blood, by a wound,
Like
so that it
HIV.
directly enters the bloodstream somehow.
Yeah.
but then we have to think, how would it have done that?
For him,
Did it
through
coat her
the-
bullet? Because if that was
through
the
the
case, then he
burn?
wouldn't have been paralyzed before.
No,
Is it through
indeed.
the burn?
Burned would not be, because it would not
Wait,
be
can
a
you- Can you
wound.
go to the third page of that report,
Someone-
please?
Oh, the third page?
I just
Sure.
want- yeah, I just want to see something real quick. To render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result must be found first, or they would die. Okay. I still think that showing off the glass might be the easiest thing. Because why else would she?
We
do
don't
that?
have we don't have evidence of the glass itself. We only have the bottle.
Mm.
Well, we
and-
have the picture
well, we
of the
already-
glass in her bag.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would she have taken it?
I think it's that. It's because it's not mixed with blood. I think we should try that.
We should
There's-
try
there's
the
no way she
report,
could have
right?
Put it in
The
a wound
report, yeah.
before he got shot. Yeah.
So which do you want to do?
The report.
A report. Yeah.
Her report again? We need
I
to
think
we need to
that's
prove that her report is we need to have a proof on top of the report to prove that
Can I see
That's
the-
weird though, because it says right there.
so what I
Can
want to
see
suggest,
the,
because
the dental thing, the operation he did, it was this one, the medical report.
Oh yes, the operation.
Oh shit, that's right. He just had tooth surgery, so he would have had a wound.
so he had a
Right.
wound in his mouth.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was.
I
what was
completely
I
fucking
thinking.
forgot about. But that also means that. Oh no! Wait, I guess you're right. Yeah, it has to be through a wound.
So I think First is the report,
I
and then
completely forgot
this one,
about
the
that
medical
as well.
report.
Yes, exactly.
Oh no, first.
Yeah, Hita knows. The wretched accused? God.
Not this report, the
It
other
seems the
report.
defense, or should I say the rest accused, is the only real source of complication
okay,
in
that was
this
not
case.
right.
Yeah,
You'll
we are the
have to
big one.
think harder than that defendant. Yeah, maybe first
Sorry,
you
Your
have to
Excellency.
Thinking too
send
far
the
ahead.
Maybe.
report and then this.
Oh yeah,
dental
maybe the
thing.
report first, and
Making this
then. Yeah.
complication more complicated than it needs to be.
All right, I'll do my best to find an answer that fits the facts.
So we're on the right track. We just didn't pick the right thing
Mhm.
first.
If the defense, sorry, the wretched accused, truly intends
Wow.
to assert his claim,
Now that the tables have turned for us, that we are suddenly the wretched accused.
then I must ask you again to support the assertion with evidence. Thank you.
Yeah, you don't have to repeat that. Explain what the witness circumstances supposedly were.
And this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Have to
this
be
one
there for
first,
it.
and then
Tell that we need a
Okay.
one.
The answer to the riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
That's not a valid explanation.
No?
After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter gibberish. This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone. Honest. I'm just reading Susato's notes.
I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. What? Okay. You will direct us to the pertinent section, Consul.
Ah, okay, I see what they mean.
Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle?
Yeah, let's
let me
look at
let me
I
check.
don't remember.
Let me check. It's under
Root of entry.
root of
Okay.
entry,
Yeah.
Okay.
Special
which is the special
Special
characteristics. Yeah.
characteristics,
Yeah.
We've been hearing a lot about this curare poison, and it's left me curious about something.
Oh, Consul?
Well, it sounds as though
Indigenous.
indigenous hunters have been using the poison for years and years to lance the heads of arrows that they can shoot at whoever prey they're hunting.
So we've been led to believe, yes?
And the point of hunting is to catch the prey and to eat.
Get to the point, please.
Oh yeah, it would be in their system.
But if they
So you'd
were
be
to
eating all-
use laced arrows, doesn't it mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey that hunters were going to eat?
Yes! Good point.
So, surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because they'd be eating poison.
Gracious Consul! No, that would be madness!
But I actually found an answer to the conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound.
For a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense.
Yes, the mention of that particular detail seemed to be a little too strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. Interpret like it's written like this. When curare enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via mouth, it has no poisonous effect whatsoever.
What?
Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew Kurare's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking the water without any danger to yourself.
Ooh, are we gonna see her
Little.
snap?
I think so.
Oh
my
my god. Rapscallion!
Italian! I love how the swans like come to life.
Mhm.
Albinoske. It turns out. You're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Thank you, cousin.
Really? Me? A lawyer?
Love you, cousin. You're my favorite.
Love you.
All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how it is possibly...
Shut up. So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book.
See that? Now she snapped, but her mask is a lot longer.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's sharper and evil.
but I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Schoolboyish logic as a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish?
Flaw.
As even your brain has managed to deduce, curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the
Oh, you were
acidic
right.
nature of the gastric succus.
Then again, you've played the game, so of course you would know.
What?
No cheating.
Oh, yes. Well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they?
Suckers. So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, Professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he?
Pulse. That's right.
Good gracious.
All you can say. That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no?
Order, order in car. Order. The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they will be affected in the same way.
Are you trying to suggest? Yes, this curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial. You know, the fact that she's doing more work to disprove them than the prosecutor is.
Honestly. That's right.
Ooh.
Surely even a little cockroach like you would understand something as simple as that.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
what?
What is this welling up inside me?
New power.
Yes,
I've never felt like this
Come on.
before. Sort of
Like a
conviction
song
to break
lyrics.
down all the discrepancies. It's intense, almost rage-like.
Yeah, same for
More
us.
than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Like we've been
Oh.
sitting here like
Crazy.
we already know what the answer is. for 20 minutes.
Objection!
Oh my god, her mask.
I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett.
He's finally Phoenix.
Dare you use that tone with me?
You know very well there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Watson is dead.
Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Watson alone have been killed by the curare?
Take that! As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there's one fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners.
A fatal difference?
The toxic effects of curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So, for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking this is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water?
Sorry. Inside?
Yes, like a wound you might have if you just had been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Miss Bratt, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Watson's dental appointment that day.
So that's it. You use that knowledge to orchestrate this.
Is she laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are all so puerile. Puerile? Puerile?
What?
I've never seen that
What
word
do you
before.
mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, like what the fuck is wrong now?
What was she doing?
What?
Is she gonna break it and
She's going to drink it from the bottom. Or what?
she's gonna
You
break
see,
it?
when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it. She's going to break it.
No!
I mean, it could just slip. And a whoop.
Oh, now this is where the glass comes in.
Oh dear, how careless of me.
I'm pretty sure that would have gotten her arrested, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Definitely.
Let me just break vital evidence. Okay.
It's okay.
I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
No! This is pretty much the whole courtroom.
Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from the broken bottle as possible at once.
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it.
How could you? You won't get away with this.
You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle or not.
You.
Let us not forget. We still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel of the prosecution?
Oh, of course, of course. You're referring to this photographic print, I assume, dear lady.
that's right. Really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me.
But
Hey there, Mitsushi Sensei.
So of course the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Welcome for joining.
thing is, who would turn around a chair just so they could
That's
shoot
okay.
someone? No! You killed the victim that day using curare. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see? You had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. A hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence.
Exactly! And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Watson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now? Is she really going to get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence was a scheme.
Ryunosuke. I almost read that as Bro Ryunosuke.
Bro, you know, uh-huh.
Bro Ryunosuke! Bro, you're looking so hot today, bro.
Bro.
Bro, thank you
No
so
homo.
much, bro. No homo.
Oh, Kazuma. Yes?
We've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it.
What? What do you mean?
We've lost a vital piece of evidence. It's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head.
In my head.
You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend upon.
Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head.
Yeah, a living swan on her head.
Oh my god.
So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell.
What I saw, what I felt. Every color.
What?
Huh?
What?
Blood on the
Right,
plate!
right.
Kazuma is right.
When was that there?
Well, it wasn't on the photographic image because it's black and white. You can't see it.
Huh.
Didn't have it. It probably blended in. Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this same scene in my head could be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Watson's killer. There probably is a clue. I mean, we have one detective to rely on, right?
Yeah.
Actually, Kazuma, I think there might have been something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue.
Yes.
Kazuma?
You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Rinosuke? Come on, then. Let's wipe the smug smile off that Englishwoman's face with some evidence.
Alright. I can't wait. It's been nigging me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere, the clue that shows us how Dr. Watson's real killer must have been this. The blood. It's obvious.
Well,
It's
it's a meat.
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this.
Yes? What is it?
He still mills away, probably thinking about thinking about that bottle being smashed. As you said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigation, don't you?
Absolutely.
I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took from the victim's table that day.
Oh, she took that?
He preserved all evidence, right?
Oh, the Hosonaga, you mean? I thought he meant Brett.
No. Hosonaga. He strives to be a perfect investigator, right?
Yeah.
Where are you going with this, little boy?
It's just a memory that's been troubling me.
What memory?
I saw the scenes shown in the photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate of the steak was served on was a splatting of blood.
What?
Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor.
No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photographic and the relative position of everything there. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Watson on in the chest from the front, there's no way the blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him.
Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Oh yeah. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor as you were. Giselle Brett. I love her giant mask. It's so fucking stupid looking.
I beg your pardon?
This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
Well, Hosonaga would have.
That was Hosanaga's voice.
Mm-hmm. Why is he
It was
bleeding
me.
again?
This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to.
I love you, Hosonaga.
Inspector, do you mean?
Yes, I took the plate in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime.
Didn't we see the blood?
I took it, meat and all. Also the meat. And I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what?
I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss. Eating? Yeah? Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice.
Then can we find out for sure whether or not there is a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate? We must examine it now.
Inspector, the court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately.
Yes, sir. Sorry for the delay. Here is what you ordered, the steak.
Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it?
Of course there isn't.
Quickly, Inspector, the blood man show the court.
Man.
How does he still
course.
have the actual food, too?
So creepy. Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure.
No blood.
It's
Mm.
been wiped off.
No blood? No blood anywhere. But no, that's impossible. I know. I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy. You see, this is why I always say you can trust what the Japanese tell you.
I couldn't agree more. In the case of this disgrace to the Empire.
I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial.
Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over.
This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest. Well, we could.
Yep. Was the plate I saw, or thought I saw, just a figment of my imagination? Well, let's check it out then. Okay. For starters, well, we have the bull here. The emblem is just, on the side of this plate. Is it a cat?
It's
Ow.
a cow, obviously.
Cat?
Then again, back then they didn't have that many larger livestock.
Yeah.
They didn't have cow in Japan, I think.
Even still, they don't have that much larger livestock.
Hmm.
Most likely because the restaurant's signature dish is beefsteak. It seems a lot of different restaurants have their own unique tableware.
So this is a symbol of La Carnival, is it? The steak?
What?
Oh.
What?
Huh? What? The...
Oh, is
What in the
that
world
the
is
gold
this?
Coin. The one of the
I
old
think-
man. The
Oh,
Koban, yes.
this is the wrong plate.
And the hallmark is from the Hoei era, I believe. Oh yeah, it's the other guy's plate!
No!
Yeah.
I don't mean, what is it? I mean, what is it doing here? There.
Yeah, how the fuck did the guy get it under his
Wait.
steak anyway?
Did you say Hoei Koban?
Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable.
Hmm. This isn't the first time today that there has been talk of a Hoey Koban.
I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bouillon and bouillon and bouillon.
Bouillon in bouillon. Okay, French.
I don't think you ever will again. This is extremely tough. This means... Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's
actually. It's the
that's all we have, right?
I certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. And it's from the Hoey era too. That would make it really quite valuable.
Well, it's marinated in juices as well. Look.
What? Are you thinking of eating it?
No. But the next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart is going to be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize.
I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this, Ryunosuke.
Koban coin underneath the steak. There's only one logical explanation. So,
Yeah, that's it.
This is it now. I've lost. Okay.
Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. Not until the final gavel.
Huh?
Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking around, no matter what.
Keep looking forward, but yeah.
Oh, keep looking. Ah! Oops.
Believe in myself. Really? Maybe I should at least accept. Okay, we could have done it at this point, but we already did.
Yeah.
As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to the problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection?
Bloodstain was going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? Well, there's another clue, yeah. Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth.
A freaking coin.
Also, hi Dolphin Burb. I'm sorry I didn't see you yet. Welcome. The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak.
Your Excellency, I think I made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a examination. Okay, thank you. Examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it?
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Consul for the defense. You will now clearly
I'm not
show
doing this for you.
the court to what you're alluding.
And now we need to lift it up.
The guy, yeah.
Oh, okay. We're skipping this because we read this all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
It's not an oops, it's like they told explicitly to actually investigate it as well, so beforehand you would have just gone over this already.
They start talking so fast, they talk like Animal Crossing villagers.
Anyway, we'll present this coin, I suppose. Got it.
Got it.
Looks like it's covered in BBQ sauce.
Ew.
Good gracious, that's
Cool, man.
What on earth?
It's the first time she's been surprised by anything.
Right?
Right?
Oh, it's me. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, not right. I'm sorry. And it was like, okay, what is? Sorry. Way everyone at that.
Miss Bratt, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
What a ridiculous question. How should I know?
How did you not figure it out by cutting into it? If it was yours.
Right? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part of it.
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction. Yeah, sure. Don't be
as
absurd.
usual.
We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be underneath that piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now.
He's right. It can't be coincidence.
I'm surprised the first thing he said wasn't, "No, don't do that."
Your Excellency, I think Hiroyosuke is also convinced that we can kind of win this trial at this point.
Part of his like.
Yes,
what's the
consul?
personality.
A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be underneath the piece of steak. If it turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I will give up my lawyer job right now.
Oh.
By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one in trial here. The point is, it's essential that we seek the owner of this coin, if he can explain what it's doing under the steak.
The only
Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person that can belong to. The owner of the koban that was found underneath the beefsteak is... Oh my god, I need to freaking pronounce his name.
It's him.
I know.
Korekuta.
Kiryu Karakuta. Korokuta. Okay.
But it,
Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer who owned and owner of Ratsute Kuryo Korokuta son.
Beauty. As in Mr. Cucumber something. Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Oh yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct?
Yes, Your Excellency.
I remember him saying that he was up to something with his koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired.
The gunshot insert interest me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor. Sorry? What were you doing? Hunting for a treasure? Indeed. A Hoei era Koban, my prized coin.
Koban? What do you mean to tell me? No, do you mean to tell me? Okay.
You pretty much did okay. Okay, good.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, no, no. Please, why would Korakuto-san's Koban...
Oh, sorry. No, I
Now
was
it's you!
distracted.
Be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate. It makes no sense. That's the
That's
point.
okay, Mitsuri-sensei. Hope you'll have a nice snack. Which is why I'm asking to bring Kurokata-san back to the witness stand so that you can ask him.
Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay.
I can't believe we came back around that pair again. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch. Even if we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find the key element in this case.
Oh, everybody's here.
What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? Don't you realize that it's dinner time for my little baby idol? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves.
Exploited by the police, we were, like miserable dogs, forced to bear the false witness. And when cast from the courtroom, myself, I became a ruined man in a prize. A worthless, withered antique. Nothing more I have to say. The sun has set for this say shop owner. Yeah, I know.
Be that as it may, Korakuta-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serves,
What? That's it. The one. The very one. The exact one that is. The what?
what?
The resplendent, splendious Hoei treasure of that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day.
Can't be.
As I thought. Young man, enlighten this desperate old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere.
We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices.
Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously? You like my old man voice?
Yes.
The dialogue is just really funny. Oh, sorry. Clearly it couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means... somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my Hoei treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate. Who would do such a thing? Such an inconceivable thing.
Excuse me. Could I say something?
Yes, of course.
Proceed, Inspector Osonaga.
I mentioned this earlier on the trail, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case.
Oops, sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation.
La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant that attracts weekly dinners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thieves targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau.
Wicked crimes indeed.
We wanted to nip the case and the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected.
So that's why you were sent undercover, is it?
Yes. I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief.
So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems.
I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hit the Kuta-san's Koban is all too clear.
What?
What?
I think the court would like to hear the defense view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korekuta-san Koban and hid it under the stick?
Well, we all know. We all know.
Wait, what am I
Also,
missing here?
guys,
Do we not?
I think
No.
it's him.
Every,
yes,
time,
because it was
every time
very
when the
suspect.
coin was mentioned, and okay,
Yeah.
every time when the coin
Yeah.
was mentioned by the old man about him finding it, the sergeant was always nervous around him.
Yeah, also,
Yeah.
it disappeared when they were dining together.
Yeah.
So, also, guys, can I say something?
Sure.
Yeah.
Really interesting. His name, Yesanosa, is like yes, no,
Yes,
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 sir,
no.
sir.
yes and no.
Yes, yes, sir, no, sir.
Yes, sir, no, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
So it's like
That's
he's
cool.
fake. He's actually not a sergeant. He's a thief.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Oh, let's see.
Take that. Obviously, it can only be you, Sergeant Isha Vanosa.
What? How? How dare you? You're a monster!
Oh, look at the baby.
Look at the baby.
Monster?
I was probably just trying to feed his family. I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief for La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me, it was Aido. Aido is the master behind all this. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa!
What?
The reveal.
Throw your baby under the bus, okay?
You would push the blame of your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa.
Clippity clop, clippity clop, clippity clop.
What the fuck is going on?
It's the breakdown scene for everyone.
Oh my
It's-
god. Oh, the baby.
He looks like
What the heck?
Waluigi.
Waluigi!
Mm.
Wow! Nippon Imperial Army, Sergeant Yasunosa, preparing to stand down in Supreme Court, sir.
That's a great voice.
Should I keep it?
Yes. It's a new it's
Yes,
his new
please.
form.
New and improved.
Ranny.
Do any of you know?
Okay.
Of the extraordinary low wages of the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe?
I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remain in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower ranking soldiers to make a living, yes.
Where's a sergeant though? Is that a lower rank?
Yeah.
I don't think that's low. All I want is wait, wow. is to put a hot meal on the table for my son.
That's why you were stealing things from a fat restaurant.
Place is heaving with money. Every 3 days, I go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I'd enjoy chomping my way to a good steak at the same time.
Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife or fork even, which is wrongly believable.
And your target that day was the old man in his koban?
Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A valuable virtual phantom thief. You are.
I was all set to lead the stake. I was halfway through the barring when it happened.
Yes, when a professor was shot.
I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I do too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could. On the double. Slipped it under the stake. Hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date.
Everyone's silence. What was that? Oh,
It's
Oh, of course, it's
Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time?
well, Miss Bratt.
Oh, of course, you ladies. Sim, 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 sim.
Yeah, I'll skip that then.
Yeah,
You really don't have energy to
I don't want-
voice
I don't
any.
wanna- I don't want to VA him being super fucking creepy to a girl. I just
Oh, okay.
It's
don't like him.
I don't think anybody like him.
May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency.
The theft of the cabin was clearly perpetrated by this baby-said old sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Watson murder.
We're not really proving that he was related, but okay.
Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
Nonsense, is it?
Well, oof. And as for picking up your your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. It's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Very well. Now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you're free to leave.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone.
No.
And good day. Oh.
Hmm.
The face.
You don't skip. What's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming.
Oh, no, it's just something about Miss Brett's parting words that got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she just said what jarred with me. I feel like there's a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up.
If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking, make your voice heard.
Sorry.
You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Wait, Miss Brett.
What is it now?
I'm afraid, just one last time, there's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like to ask you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago.
What are you talking about? What contradiction?
What new student nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, do you know, Skeg?
We don't have to repeat this, really. It was just a
No.
moment ago. Without using a knife and fork. Beyond nonsense, it's pure madness.
Oh, wait, how do she know that it didn't use
There's
the fork
biting
and the...
marks in the steak.
Hmm.
Which means that
Yes.
she didn't eat it, yeah.
I'm right. But she said
would've
there exposed an undeniable contradiction.
She used a knife and fork.
I'm going to need to see evidence, counsel. As always. If Miss Brett's words truly are contradictory, where is the evidence to prove it? Oh dear.
Take that!
The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed, yes. Go on.
More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed.
Now you're just splitting hairs.
Not true. Doesn't something about the steak strike you as unnatural?
Unnatural? What on earth do you mean?
It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edges where it's been been eaten. I see you've noticed too, Miss Brett.
Noticed what exactly, consul?
Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman would even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork.
Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself.
Now take a look at this steak, in the particular edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there's clearly
Big
defined
chompers.
barbaric teeth marks there.
Oh, it looks like Miss Brett has realized something.
So, If the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating without using a knife and fork, then there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
I'm sorry. I'm like looking at my stream and it like apparently it crashed.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
So I'm just gonna end it and turn it back on and then I'll
Yeah,
do
we
the
can wait.
voice. Cause I'm looking at it and I'm like, why can't I see my own chat? Like that's really weird.
And I hope that my chat is enjoying this as well.
Alright. Yeah, my thing is like been running into issues sometimes, I guess. Where I'll open it up and then sometimes when I even try to end the stream, it like it'll get done those 5 seconds to like discard and like end the stream and then it just won't end it. So I have to like get at it. Ugh, it's weird. I'm sorry about that.
Oh no, no problem.
Pause.
Alright.
It's no Vtuber stream without the scuff.
Exactly.
I just want the one time where I won't have scuff.
But then it's not the Vtuber stream, right?
Okay. Okay.
I mean, even HoloLive regularly has scuff in it.
Go live once more. All right, you're ready to go. Let me get back on there. He's attorney. Yeah. Okay, let's see. But what is your actual point?
Oh, wow.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't even get the chance.
As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer.
Oh. Of course, of course. This will all be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to... Jesus. Even her
I've
swan's like...
heard enough. You irritating little spectacled samurai relic.
Of course, dear lady. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers?
Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the steak have for her.
Ryunosuke, do you know where you're going with this?
Yes, now at last, it's all come together. The mysterious teeth marks in the steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I saw somehow seemed to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Watson that day.
I accept that these teeth marks in the stick are a little unnatural, as you put it, Consul. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us?
Everything, Your Excellency.
Everything?
Yes, I believe the barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond a doubt who shot Dr. Watson.
Conclusive evidence. How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats.
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago.
Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet.
Has it been... what?
But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean the evidence does not exist.
This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already, and you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? That can't be. I don't believe you have it.
Objection. I don't. But there's someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to. It will solve every remaining mystery about this case.
Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair?
Dr. Watson.
We do.
Oh, we...
I am not
Kasama
sure.
does that.
Do you think maybe it's Osanaga because he has the real
Yeah,
steak?
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
he
just
has
messing
the
around.
actual steak.
Yeah, or
He
maybe
has the steak.
it's bread because she has the glass.
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga.
What? I have it?
Yes.
You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? It's ridiculous.
No. I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this steak with the teeth marks.
Yes.
Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Kurakata-san's coin. He told us that he slipped it under the steak.
You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer.
Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak?
And sure. Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it.
In other words, the steak that the defense detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
But that makes no sense. Does it? The plate was taken from the victim's table.
Objection. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin.
Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over?
I was going to.
What's going on? You did switch the plates?
Well, after it happened,
Oh, I thought someone got shot in the courtroom.
when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But then, when the waiter announced that he was an undercover policeman, I thought I had it. If he decided to investigate my slap of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. Goodbye, baby. With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table. What?
Fucking face.
You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. However, fear not, prosecutor's son.
What now?
I swear on the brass buttons on my uniform. That is all I did, sir.
All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes. So, if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table.
That follow.
Inspector Hosonaga.
Yes.
Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said you had not taken only Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. To preserve evidence, you had taken both.
That's correct.
Then please present it to court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat? It can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
No, you're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady.
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you, no?
You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Thinks he remembers.
I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brent. On the side of the plate, there was a that was on the table directly behind Dr. Watson. There was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest.
I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett.
Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beef stick and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident.
Yes, sir. Sorry for keeping you.
Oh look, there's a blood stain.
Yeah,
there.
there it is.
And here's the other stick and its blade. Please, feel free to examine it. Yeah, we can see the blood.
Oh, and a perfectly cut meat. Huh.
Yep.
The blood stain. It's clearly visible. Look. Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of this the plate shows that the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table, with his back to me.
Oh, sorry. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim. It can't be.
In fact, there is only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Watson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right. Miss Jezebel Bratt. It's you!
Dun dun dun.
Oh my god.
Breakdown sequence!
Will she transform?
Oh my god.
He's dying.
Oh, done by a Japanese me. A
Gosh, she's
Japanese
racist.
schoolboy. No, no, no!
That's right. Oh, the goose is strapped into her hat.
Oh my god, there's a chick.
Oh my god, it
too.
knocked the chick off!
There's a bunch of chicks.
What the hell's going on? Is she just like, oh, there's a little, oh, that was a cute one. Is she just a bunch of chicks making up a person?
Oh, she's
my god.
ascending.
Oh my god.
Fudge. This
These
game is something
animations
else.
are
What is going
crazy.
on, the chicks?
That's so cute.
A little black chick.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Oh my gosh.
Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me.
I know that, right, Mitsuri? Mitsuri?
Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Gladly, Your Excellency.
What is going on?
Hmm?
Why is she so calm?
Oh no.
Something wrong, Koots?
Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
She's saying it.
It was I who took the
Wait,
professor's
wait,
life
I need to-
using
I need to leave
curare.
it. No, wait.
Sorry, what?
Wait. Everything is going terribly
Oh
wrong.
no, what's wrong? No.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
What happened?
Oh no. Are we good? Is it gonna
Are you
stop?
okay, Kootooloo?
No.
Did something happen, Koots?
This is going so terribly. Oh my gosh.
Are you okay?
I'll probably have to leave and come back. Oh no.
Okay. And he's gone.
You okay, Koots?
I hope. There we
Okay.
go. Okay. Something terrible happened. Like,
Oh dear.
oh, there we go. Everything just like completely froze, and I couldn't. I don't know what's going on with my internet right now. Anyway, it should be fine now.
Okay. I hope so. Okay, then we're continuing, I suppose.
Yep. Sorry.
As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So you plan to kill the professor knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course. I never intended to remain at the restaurant for all as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table.
That will be me, I suppose.
Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure I was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point. So I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment.
Not again.
Goody.
Alright. I'm actually going to stop my stream and just talk regularly. I think.
Okay.
Just to preserve.
Internet connection.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I noticed that your
And-
stream was also way behind the.
Yeah.
the
I'm
very-
gonna
Yeah.
stop it. So if anyone's watching, sorry. Bye.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Okay. That should be.
Sometimes
I'll figure it
it's
out.
very difficult to stream. Like you have to. You must
So
have
many
a very
things
good
at once.
connection and.
Usually I do. Anyway,
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe just
a
today.
plan to pin Dr. Watson's murder on this innocent man.
I happen to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curare in my handbag. And my own pistol concealed under my skirt.
Hey!
Like you
Hiding
said.
place!
Under your skirt.
So I was right. There were two guns.
Yes.
And then you finished my yeah. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure that I would notice it.
And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up,
That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point he was already dead.
naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared.
I can't say this word.
Obviously.
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 Just don't read the B.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around.
Because, of course, You needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Watson from where he'd picked up the gun.
I'm a bit disappointed that she's confessing without using the glass. I wanted to use the glass as evidence.
Yeah.
Same here.
So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor.
A misdemeanor?
Right.
Mm.
I just happened to kill a person. No big deal.
It was a Japanese person, so it was no big deal.
Well, no, it's what's almost
Oh.
English, but I mean,
Well, no,
Your
she said that before. She
Excellency.
says, "Oh, I've been bested by a Japanese." Like just the
oh
way she
yeah.
said it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
racist.
She's racist.
But
She's so
she
racist.
she
Definitely.
killed the Englishman though.
Yeah. I
Oh
know.
yeah, that's true.
She's racist. Anyway,
Your Excellency,
Yes.
I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later?
Ooh.
Oh, getting down.
Yes.
Okay. Mhm.
I shall call on you.
Oh my.
she down bad for that beard.
We're down bad for that. Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san.
Oh,
Shit,
you're the
something.
culprit.
She's about to do something bad.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't trust this. There's something strange. Like, she confesses so easily, but.
It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement.
This can't be. Takatsuchi Ouchi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student. You better start getting used to tough opposition. Ryunosuke Naruhodo!
What? Yes.
This insult to the Ouchi family name will never be forgotten. You've become conceited with age, Council. The old have to stand aside and make way for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. I thought he was gonna. Oh, he is!
Whoa!
Whoa.
Shit! Oh my god!
Oh my
Oh
god.
my Damn, Kazuma!
We love you.
Thousand millennia may pass, and still the Aoji clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan.
Wow.
Yeah, 1,000
I'm
years
fine with that.
in the future, Phoenix and
Yeah. This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo presented an excellent case.
thank you, Your Excellency.
The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its door to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigations and new procedures of justice. New future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Okay, boomer.
Okay.
Kazuma Osogi.
Yes.
After this trial, you're set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. Eh?
Oh, I understand, Your Excellency.
What was that all about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden?
Never mind.
As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo,
Oh, yes?
in you I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to see how you carry that homewards.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, not guilty.
Yay. And this Sakura.
Was the
Sakura.
cherry blossom petals?
Aww. Instead of confetti,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This court is now adjourned. See you next time.
Oh my gosh, it took.
Forever.
Did it.
Took, for our streaming purposes, it took 9 hours, kinda.
Yeah.
Or
Oh
eight
my
or
God.
something. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happening. What's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that heinous, horrendous trial.
Ryunosuke,
Hmm.
you finally pulled it off. Oh. Oh.
Hmm?
Come on.
Oh no, what's happening?
Your
Doing
internet's
it
down.
again.
Oh
Okay.
dear.
You do?
There we go. You finally pulled it off. Congratulations.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma.
I can't see the rest of the lines. Okay. No. It was a pleasure to watch you at work. So you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street. Don't forget.
This is Mikotoba, which is the old
Good
man.
afternoon.
Him.
All your hard work has certainly paid off. Right?
Oh, it was not.
Oh,
It was
it's
Susanna.
Nice.
It
Oh, it was me.
It was the other Mikotoba.
The other
Wrong one.
Mikotoba.
It's the daughter.
Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence.
Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know.
Oh no, I didn't do anything.
Thank you so much.
Oh, she's cute.
If we hadn't had the research report of Miss Bretz, I don't know how things would have turned out.
Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Your father? Oh yes, of course.
Forgive me for inputting
well,
uncomfortable-
sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay, it's okay.
It's
We're
kind of a
already like
flashback,
this.
so we did this previous,
Yeah.
like... Speaking of Mikotoba... Now it's the
Oh.
other. Now it's
Now
the...
it's the real, yeah.
Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job.
Thanks for the follow here, Nets. Hmm. kind of wonder if it's a real account.
Are
Everything,
you a real person?
everything with an underscore is suspicious to me now.
It's really sus. Are you a sussy
Ah,
baka?
okay.
No, that's
You're real.
Okay.
You
You're-
sussy fuck.
Sorry for being suspicious. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to
I'm not a sus person,
welcome to the
it's-
circus. With all the
This
bots,
definitely is a
Good.
circus.
with all the bots with all the underscores and everything in their name, it's really suspicious to have underscores in your names these days.
Honestly, I feel the same too.
Oh no, we're suspicious too that we have an underscore. Oh
Oh, you
no,
do.
no.
And well, you are actually Vtubers and
Suspicious
everything with
man.
it.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
no,
both-
it is high. We should be thanking
Welcome.
you after all.
Welcome to the circus. Sorry, sorry for the for accusing. I hope you'll enjoy the stream, even though it supposedly will be the end of this chapter. I think.
Yeah,
We'll
almost
see.
done. Your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend.
Oh, and hey there, Nino Pino, as well.
Pino Pino.
Nino Pino.
Good friend.
Pino. Hello, Nino Pino. Yes, he's our friend. He's a duck.
Oh,
Ah.
Yeah, I'm a duck friend.
Mhm.
Is he?
Oh yes. Now, if you mentioned that before, it was you who actually invited Dr. Watson to Yume University, was it? Wasn't it?
yes, that's right.
Would feel
Professor
so
Mikitoba
guilty.
studied overseas himself. He went to
yeah.
study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Watson.
Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital.
Oh, you worked together?
I've never heard you mention that before.
Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world. Science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law and colonization.
Yeah.
Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot.
I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan.
You're not talking. You're not taking the sword to Great Britain, are you?
Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. His blade shows me where I need to go. It cuts down anything that's in my way.
Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes.
That reminds me. What's happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder.
Ah, yes, her. Not easy to tell you this, but
What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all.
she will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai.
What? Shanghai?
Zelbrat will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that.
We're doing pretty good. I mean, we're going through this game really nicely. What? But why not? I don't know who this is, actually. It's a
Oh,
matter
let's
of consular jurisdiction.
Consular
Oh, of course.
jurisdiction. Oh, it's
Oh.
Tsunaga.
Inspector Hosonaga?
It was an hard-fought battle in the cartoon today. Very impressive to watch. Must congratulate.
But what's this all about? Consular jurisdiction?
Consular jurisdiction.
Consular? Okay.
Consular. I think.
Consular. Okay, whatever.
It is a difficult word.
It is.
We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan.
What? We can't try her? But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice?
A British consular court will hear her case, somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard.
Why a consular court?
Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed this friendship treaty.
Yes, in normal circumstances. You're right.
Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that.
Oh, can't they?
Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on.
So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan.
I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her.
I don't believe it.
The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They are obviously, I
Obviously,
hate
you
this
got it.
word.
You got
You
it.
had it the first time.
You had it.
Can you say it again? Sorry.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Just don't read the B. The
Oh,
B is
no
not
B,
there.
Okay. The B
Yeah.
is not there. Okay. Okay, I can do this. They're obviously taking this case of foreign student committing murder very seriously.
Good job.
Yeah, good job.
But it's all going to change from now on. We can make a change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, a woman will receive the judgment she deserves.
Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it.
Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink.
Professor,
You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun.
Ooh, party.
In that case, might I suggest La Carnival?
No thanks.
Yeah. As the waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink.
you're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you?
Let's not worry about details for now. To La Carnival, will you accompany us, Professor?
Of course. La Carnival's food is second to none.
Just go and attend to the paperwork of Naruhada-san's release.
Oh yes, thank you. So Jezebel Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Watson.
Yeah, I was curious. I wonder why.
Kazuma,
So long.
Yes, Ryunosuke?
I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You really saved my skin today.
I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work.
Your skills made the difference though. One day, I'll bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world.
I'm not so sure about that.
Huh?
To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me.
What? Come on, don't be serious.
If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean.
Oh no, not me. All that tense verbal combat, I never want to go through that ever again. I just did what you told me to do, and that's all. Because I knew I could trust you.
That's the point.
Sorry? What do you mean? That's the point.
Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win?
Knowledge of the law?
No. The ability to believe.
To believe? To believe what?
A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times.
Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it.
I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you chose to believe in, even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person.
Believing in your client.
Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me.
Well,
You face seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it. Through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing me.
Thanks, Kazuma.
There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me.
Sounds serious. What is...
You're still here, are you?
Oh, Inspector Hosonaga.
I rented some rickshaws for us. Let's go.
Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory.
And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget.
Yes. That too. I love you, Kazuma.
So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma, Professor Mikotoba, Susato-san, who acted as my first assistant, Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much part, but still.
He helped solve the
He did.
case.
He delivered all freaking evidence.
Yeah.
It was because of the help of and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma haven't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life.
Or maybe you want him to go to England?
We'll see in the next episode, I suppose.
Also,
Because that
something
was-
I want to
yeah.
bring up,
Mhm.
because everyone's name has some sort of hidden meaning behind it for like a special
Yes.
character, always.
Mhm.
Giselle Brett.
Yeah.
Giselle is the name of the heroine in Swan Lake,
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, that's true.
and she was wearing a swan,
Giselle, yeah.
Oh.
Huh.
just like Yesanosa. Yes,
Yeah.
yes sir, no
Yeah.
sir,
Yeah, I know that one.
Naruhodo, and like.
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah,
yeah,
it took
Naruhodo.
me a while to fully realize that, but I was like, wait a minute, isn't it Giselle like a swan?
Yeah, I watched one. I watched a video about the puns in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games, so I kind of knew about yes sir, no sir, and everything. And I didn't know about Giselle, actually, to be honest.
We learned something today.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well then, next episode will be episode 2.
Also, Korekuta, it was like collector.
Collector. Correcta.
Ah,
Studio
yeah.
Correcta.
Yeah, collector of curious.
Yeah, it was like
sad.
curious collector.
So,
maybe something like
next
that.
episode will be episode 2, The Adventures of the Unbreakable Speckled Band, which I will get out of the game and we'll go to the Just Chatting because I don't think we're gonna start that now.
No.
No.
No. Time to bed. For bed.
Mm-hmm. I know.
For old people.
Anyway, it was really fun. We're finally done with the first episode. What are you guys' thoughts on it?
It was very long.
It
Yeah,
was
that
really
for sure.
long.
The pacing for the first case was like really. Like at parts it was like really good, and then at other parts it was.
Just dragging a little bit, I
Mind-numbing.
felt.
Yeah, okay.
So hopefully,
felt it
because it
was
doesn't have to
really
explain so
easy.
much, it'll go a little easier.
Well,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
the
it was
first
very
case, so
It was very easy to understand what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
But
more of a
maybe that's
tutorial.
because the tutorial.
Yeah,
But I
maybe.
feel like
I remember the
on the
tutorial.
other
Sorry.
on the other Phoenix Wright games, they were maybe shorter, or maybe it's just because we are voice acting that
Well,
it feels like
That's-
it's a little bit longer. I guess.
That's part of it. But the first trial in this game is definitely longer than every
Yeah,
other
it's way
game it
longer.
was. Because the
Yeah.
first trials for other Ace Attorney games were like one part, one continuous part without
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
breaks and everything.
Yeah.
It was also really shorter because of it. This had like multiple parts because they knew that the case was bigger than they had ever before.
Mm,
So that's why it was divided into 3 parts.
okay,
really
so
like the
it was not
animations,
just
though.
my impression.
No, the court session was more bigger than any other Ace Attorney games before.
Like the characters' animations.
Yeah, the characters animation were so
Yeah.
good.
I know they were fantastic. Do you like upload? Do you archive your streams anywhere?
I archived the first few parts of the Ace Attorney series, yes, and
Okay.
I have a
Just
YouTube
asked
channel
it.
for that.
Yeah. Okay.
I
good.
wanted to preserve these things, so I kind of
Yeah.
I
'Cause
kind of
I'm looking at mine and I'm like, there's no way I'm posting
for
that to
the
YouTube.
for the newer parts of for the newer series of my Twitch channel, I'm uploading the VODs. For series that already had like the first parts deleted by Twitch because they didn't archive,
Yeah.
I kept away from my YouTube channel because that would be awkward to start in the middle.
Yeah.
No, for every story like game, I always recap beforehand, but still. But yeah, that was Ace Attorney's first episode of the 4, 5 that first game has. I think it's 4 actually, to be honest.
Oh my god, my
No,
screen
fine.
crashed
Really long.
4 times. I didn't
Oh,
even
no.
realize. Because what it does is it immediately starts up again once it crashes.
Oh yeah,
So I'm looking at my videos because I was about to
you're
upload
looking
some
at your
VODs and like
archives and
there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
oh my,
Yeah, there's no way I could archive this one. It's
that's
just too
unfortunate.
bad.
That's too bad.
It's fine.
I'll give you my YouTube channel if you want.
Yes, please.
I'll eventually
Mhm,
post it
yeah.
on my Twitter as well.
That and when I do,
I'm still in the progress of making a card for myself, so
I've never made a card for myself, but yeah, whenever I try to like host these, not many
Mhm.
people join anyway, so I think it's better if I just leave it up to you and then I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I also decided not to stream. It
Mhm.
gets chaotic with too many people.
Yeah,
Talking.
that's just too chaotic.
Yeah, every now and again I muted myself to actually try to interact with the few people that came into here as well.
Oh.
That's why there
Yeah, that's
were
good.
some breaks that you poked me for doing for being silent for a bit.
Right,
Yeah,
but we're
it was
doing this
fun.
again next week.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
I can't be there next week, I'm sorry, because I'm visiting hell.
Mm.
So I won't
Well,
be there, but you can
in
continue.
in a way, we
Did you
only
just
have
say you're-
new characters next time, so
Did you just say you're
Mm.
visiting hell?
Yeah, because I'm a demon. So I'm going to hell. I'm going back
Oh.
to hell, actually.
Back
Oh,
to
by
hell.
the
My
way-
demon daddy.
By the way, there is actually a place in America. I think it's like Hell, Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah, it's there's an actual hell. There's a place
Well,
called
Oh
Hell.
my.
yeah.
Here.
I should
If you
visit there.
if you Google heaven, there is probably in heaven as well. So me,
Lol. That's
I
awesome.
wouldn't be surprised with weird names in
Yeah, it's
just
Hell
like
Township in Michigan.
just like there's a town somewhere in England and that's called fuck, right?
Oh yeah, there's
It's weird. I don't know how people ever came up with names for countries
Yeah.
and for
I think okay, I'm gonna
places.
just a short story. There was this guy, he
Hmm.
bought like this really small town, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he made it like I think he called it gay hell or something like that. Where everyone
Oh
could go
my.
there and be as gay as they want and do whatever the fuck they want.
Mm.
That's amazing.
Crazy.
That's amazing.
Place to be.
Yeah, it's Gay Hell, Michigan. Why is it also in Michigan?
Everything
Yeah,
is in
Wow.
Michigan.
YouTuber
Everything
Elijah
is
Daniel
so
has
there.
pulled a lot of stunts. His latest act is mayor of hell.
Wow.
Mayor of hell.
Gay Hell, Michigan,
Oh,
where
there's
only
a
pride flags are
raid!
allowed to fly.
Akata, why raid? When we're ending the stream.
God.
Thanks
That
for the
will
raid,
Oh,
though.
no.
Every
We are-
time.
Oh, and thanks for the follow.
Welcome, Raider.
Shiogafa.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have dyslexia, so it takes me time to read your name. Shio Gorath 2814. Anyway, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the circus. Welcome everyone. We were about to end the stream because we just finished the chapter. But thanks for the freaking raids, Akada. It means a lot to me. It's just unfortunate that it's at the end.
Yeah.
But hey, we can raid another channel. with
Yeah, now all
everyone
over everyone,
Get
we can all
there.
raid together again.
I was thinking of raiding Duck Hierarchy because they have my wife in there. No. Anyway, Do we still have something that we want to discuss here, or
Everyone who just came, tune in next week for more Ace Attorney.
Yeah, definitely. Next week we're gonna start chapter 2 of the first game.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that
I'm
was
really
really-
I'm really excited for that because we'll finally meet the man himself.
Yeah.
No, I will lose this. No.
The Headlock Shones.
Well, we can
Headlock
delay it or
songs.
place it on another date, maybe if we can.
No, I will be in L for like a week, so
Yeah, it's an entire week.
For an entire
I will
week.
come back the next Monday, like the other.
Maybe we can delay
So-
it till you're back then, because
Yeah.
it would be unfortunate if you miss the first appearance of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be too bad to have like a break in between.
And especially now
cases, so that's fine.
because we're starting a new chapter entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then.
So okay,
Okay,
then
so thank
the
you.
next episode is
Yay.
pending for whenever we're planning it to do it. Probably not next Friday, but the other Friday.
Yeah,
Except if
the
we
week
want
after
to-
next.
Except if we want to put it on a different date, but we'll discuss that after stream. Anyway,
Yay.
thanks to everyone for joining the circus. We're gonna raid Duck Teriyaki.
Okay.
And thank you, Mitsuchi. You are amazing.
You're amazing
Play
as always.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you for having me. It's always fun when I do these with you.
Oh, I forgot to do.
Oh.
I forgot to do the redeem.
A redeem?
Ara.
What was
Okay,
the redeem?
we're not raiding any yet, so here we go. Ara ara.
Are we all gonna do it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, you can.
I'll do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yay.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
These
That
are
was
amazing.
amazing.
I suck at these.
Mm.
Why does everyone say that?
So
amazing.
You
It makes
didn't
me
hear
think I'm
me.
like,
I
oh my,
suck.
why is that the thing I'm good at?
that's
The one thing you're good at, saying ara ara.
Whoa.
anyone more, or are we gonna
Yeah,
raid now?
Momo, you go. I will be the
Okay.
last one because it's the worst. So go.
It's probably not bad.
Okay. Ara ara.
Ooh.
Nice.
I
Okay,
will
Ray.
try my best. I will try my best, but I really can't do this. I'm really bad at this. I'm so sorry, guys. But I will try my
You
best.
did good with it. Relax,
Somebody-
relax.
Just do your own version.
Ara, ara.
Oh, it's an
Aw.
instant
Oh,
ara.
it's the cute one.
That's right.
I
It's
tried
a
to make
cutie
my
one.
voice deeper, but it is not easy.
Okay, well the raid is
Wait,
starting.
listen.
The raid is starting in a few seconds, so let's go. Bye bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Whew.